I'm telling you, dude, Ethan found one.
Dude, there's no way they just don't get that big.
He did, dude. He found one in the woods.
You're kidding me. There's no way that Ethan found a giant dog.
You wanna know my name, then go and tell us us. You wanna know my gang, Suicide Squad.
Hey everybody, I'm Ethan.
I'm John.
And this is the review for the 2016 Disney movie remake of the old classic movie, Pete's Dragon. So Pete's Dragon is about a young boy named Pete, and of course his dragon, Elliot, and the misadventures they get on in their little town. So John, what do you think about Pete's Dragon? What did you think about this?
Pete's Dragon was such a lovely movie.
Absolutely.
It was just so sweet and fun and innocent.
Very much so.
Just like such a Disney magic type of movie.
Absolutely.
This movie really harkens back to like the old days of Disney, I think,
Absolutely.
in a lot of ways.
And it's funny that we say that because you weren't even aware that there was a Pete's Dragon movie ever.
I live under a rock.
You didn't even know that. I, for one, knew this was a movie originally, although I had never seen it. I've heard some things about it. Finally, I saw the remake that just came out, and I really liked it. Like, really liked this a lot.
This was a good movie.
This was really good. Like you said, it harkens back to the older days of Disney. It feels like a classic. It feels like it has all those staples of a good Disney movie. And really, that's all I wanted from this movie.
Now, obviously, that results in it being very familiar in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of the characters are familiar. But, that said, they're all still done really well. They still have good connections, good relationships, good dialogue. The humor is well-timed.
Absolutely.
And good performances go along with it.
Right, yeah. Wes Bentley, Bryce Dallas Howard, Carl Urban, Robert Redford, Oakes Fegley.
They all do really well.
Oakes Fegley, the younger actor, great job.
That's maybe the most notable performance, I think. Because, you know, annoying kids are in like every other movie.
Right.
But Oakes Fegley as a little kid did really well.
Really good job. And, you know, this movie looked really good, too. There were a lot of great visuals, a lot of great cinematography, especially when Elliot the Dragon's flying around and with the young kid and they just fly around in the mountains. Good stuff.
Now, this movie just also has a ton of heart, if
Right.
that makes sense. There's just a lot. This movie feels genuine. It never feels heavy-handed or like they're forcing a moral or a theme on us. It always feels.
It just feels like a
natural.
a natural situation about friends trying to stay together. And like I said, it had lots of heart, lots of feeling, lots of emotion to it. There were a ton of times in this movie where I was on the edge of my eyes. There were tears. I was trying to hold them back, and that just shows how much emotion and just power this movie had. I really liked that.
Yeah. Now, one thing I can say about this movie, and this isn't even really a con, but we live in a world where there's a lot of kids' movies that are really enjoyable for adults. Like, a lot of the time, like
your Zootopias.
Zootopias, the Lego Movie, etc. Now, this movie, I will say, is not that. This movie is probably not going to be entertaining you if you're not a younger child.
Right. It's definitely more appealing to the younger audiences. I personally found myself really engaged throughout all of it. I don't know if that's for all of you. Really.
I mean, you're not going to want to like shoot yourself in the face if you go see this and you're an older person.
Right.
But this isn't something you should go check out if you don't have a kid, I think. And now we talked about how this harkens back to the old days of Disney.
Right.
That does mean it's very familiar.
Yeah, we touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
Being so familiar, you start to notice the same maybe Disney plots or the same Disney characters that you saw in maybe the older Pete's Dragon. I personally don't know, and neither does he. And again, it might not be a bad thing, but when it's too familiar, maybe it sort of takes you out of the experience. Maybe you want to see something a little bit more original, maybe something a little more interesting.
Because this is definitely a well-executed movie, but at the end of the day, we've seen these characters before, we've seen this plot line before, you know exactly where it's going, and so that did make it significantly less entertaining for me, I think.
Okay.
That didn't bring anything to the table, to be honest. But that said, I really liked it.
Oh yeah,
So,
loved it.
Ethan, all things considered, out of 5 stars, what do you give Pete's Dragon?
I really liked Pete's Dragon. I really did. You know, I didn't expect it, having seen nothing of the older movie, and only seeing this movie just, you know, to review it. But I was really happy, you know, seeing Pete's Dragon. Had a ton of heart, great feelings all throughout, great visuals, an actually nice cast, a really capable one, a great younger actor. I'm going to have to go ahead and give Pete's Dragon a 4 out of 5. I really liked it.
Wow, 4 out of 5.
I really liked it.
I liked Pete's Dragon a lot. It had some good visuals, a really sharp cast, and a story with a lot of heart overall that just really always felt natural and good. But that said, I do think it's safe to say this movie is fairly forgettable. Didn't really bring anything new to the table, and it did, you know, that just came as a drawback of it harkening back to the old Disney days so well. So I'm going to give Pete's Dragon a solid 3 out of 5 stars.
Alrighty.
Alright, so guys, let us know what you thought of Pete's Dragon and what you thought of this review.
Let us know.
Make sure to check out our merchandise at cafepress.com/StubMasters. Follow us on Twitter at StubMasters and subscribe for more. I'm John.
I'm Ethan.
Have a great day.